right, welcome back to Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Vinny.
I'm Dylan.
And this is Dylan's weekly swing trade pick video. You got something good for us today, buddy?
I do. Honestly, because of the whole correction, a lot of the ones that I did last week are still in play and still setting up. Yes. We go over all the past results at the end, but it's doing pretty well.
Nice. So. All right. Let's see. Recognize some of these companies.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
It's all you.
Yeah. A little disclaimer. This channel is literally called Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. This channel is mostly for entertainment purposes only. If anything Dylan does, you may well lose your house.
It's possible.
Yeah,
it's definitely possible.
Possible. Yeah. I mean, even if you don't own it, like they might just kick you out if you follow Dylan's advice, but you'll have a good time doing it. But yeah, definitely watch our swing trade guide video. We'll link it above. It really lays the ground rules for how Dylan trades, and when you're a swing trader like Dylan is, the ground rules are what matters the most. See our loss video and why rules matter.
See why I lost $5,500 in plug because I'm an idiot and I broke all of my rules in said video.
Yeah, hey, we all make mistakes. All right, so he's got kind of a couple different tiers here. As he says, the low to medium risk ones for me, the medium risk ones are the ones he often takes, and then the high risk are Wall Street bets level YOLOs. They might work out.
They honestly have been, and I've taken most of them, and it helped my plug loss. Actually, REI was a huge win.
Nice. Oh, Target.
All right. So Target is killing it. I used to think this was overpriced at $70. Man, was I wrong.
Yeah. I remember watching it go from like 80 to like 100 and going like, I guess I missed the move.
Yeah. It did it like real fast. Like then it like went to 110. And I was like, it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
So I think they're going to break 200 here. They're currently at 180. Their support's at 177. If I need to see what happens Monday, obviously. But if I take it, I'm holding out for that 200 because it's a solid company. So I am comfortable with dips and going through my stop loss in this one because it's low risk. Usually I don't really have a stock loss for these kind of guys.
Yeah.
Chart here, it's right above the 100 small moving average. You see it came down. This is the MACD lines. We're about to intersect here, and it's right in the middle range of not being oversold or overbought. It's a little oversold right now, but not really. I really like the chart here because we're hitting right on the edge of this 180. So we got a solid support at 176. PLTR. So I had done this one before. It's actually looking very, very attractive again after this whole insider selling thing stopped. And you want to talk about PLTR?
Yeah, I mean, interesting company. They definitely have some products that I'm not an IT professional, but from people that I've talked to that work in that space or say that they are kind of the leading brand within like their little segments of the market. But yeah, it's a data aggregation software is what they offer.
So they showed real solid support at 24. Even when they dipped below on that really, really red day, they came right back up. The current price is 27. My price target's 36. So it's a really good risk to reward ratio if you want to show this guy. I am actually already in this one, and I'm cost averaged at I think 25.50.
Nice.
But it's still in a buy where it's at. So basically, this was the whole correction, the whole NASDAQ correction. It came right back up, just like a lot of stocks did. But more importantly, it's settling right above the 100. So I know this looks weird because it's like a line spawning from nowhere. That's because the company IPO'd, so they don't have like a full 200 days. But MACD crossed here. We're looking pretty solid.
All right. A little Sunrun action, huh?
Run. Yes. Yeah. So this is a solar company.
Yeah, interesting. I know they're down quite a bit from their like 52-week high, right? Their 52-week high is like over 100, I believe. And
Yep, it's right at
kind of
100.
a space that definitely should be interesting to get into for a longer term play. I mean, we've seen a nice pop here in oil stocks of late, but their life is probably maybe 10 years left or so of being profitable investments. So
yeah, I'm actually in an oil company right now, but REI. So run, their short float is actually 15%, which is a lot, and they're at 200 million. Their current price is 62.29. They got support at 58 and very strong 200 SMA at 54. They went below it very briefly during this correction, and they popped right back up. I want to go to the chart super fast. For me to take this, I want it kind of honestly above 64. I want to know that we have some momentum. And then my stop loss would be around in this zone. So it's about a $6 range, but the reward is still, I think it's about 3 to 1 still because I'm shooting for up here. So
nice.
Yeah, and by the way, MACD switch on it again. So
interesting. I mean, a lot of these stocks are probably pretty well correlated. A lot of tech heavy plays there, so that makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Virgin Galactic Holdings. That's such a cool name, man.
Yeah, I actually own a tiny bit of this as well. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, I forget exactly what my cost basis is, but it's below where it is right now. I got into it after their failed test back in December, and I've just held on to it since then. I mean, I was up like 120% at one point, and I just kept on holding on to it.
Should have sold. So I'm in this one. I'm cost average at I think 32. Current price is 34.55. The support's at about 31.28 and then 26, which is that's kind of low. But if it could hold this 38.28, if you want to, this is more. It's just so oversold right now. And when I say oversold, I'm not saying that I believe in the company anyway, but from this dramatic of a move to a company that, right here, they still hadn't like produced any huge revenue or something. So they got up here just on rumors, basically. Yeah. So that doesn't mean that, they can't do it again. So when I say oversold, I'm not saying that the value is worth something because honestly, I don't think that this should be worth anything, but I don't make that decision. So
I think they pushed the next test date back to like May. So you'll probably see a little cyclical run up, but prior I suspect.
So like I said, I'm cost average at about here, 32, really strong 100 SMA that it respects quite a bit, as you can see over here and over here. So this is it's in a buy zone.
Nice.
Yes, sir. They have a short float of 12% as well.
Oh wow, yeah, it makes good sense for a company that doesn't actually produce much really at this point. So they got a couple of crazy looking planes.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a good example of what I'm going to do with my stimulus check. I have like a list of like 200 stocks I look at every weekend to see what's setting up. I don't know what SFIX is. I just know the letters, and I looked at the chart. I try not to look at what they do so I don't be biased. I would not ever invest in this company long term. Seems like a bad idea, but the chart looks very good. So yeah, they're 15% short float. They're a low float company, 60 million float. So
interesting.
Yep. Current price is 53.87. Hold on, wrong chart down. SFIX. So 53.87, and basically this, all I would do is I'm not willing to risk to hold it down here. I don't know what's going to happen down here, but if it loses this low of 47.50, I'm out. Right? So really solid risk to reward up here. You're looking at 3 or 4 to 1. Once again, I don't have any belief in this company necessarily, but the graph looks quite good. From where they are, I would like them to break out of this, and I'm going to buy it with stop loss being around the 47.30-ish mark. Give it a little bit more room. SSYS. Let me look at the short float.
Yeah, that's interesting. 3D printers.
Yeah, once again, did know that they did that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not good. At least Stitch Fix, I've seen a TV commercial for.
oh, I haven't. I had never heard of them.
No, nah.
Nope. So short float 10%. Yeah. Okay. The $50 million float company. Current price 28.34. They got really solid support at 26. The only reason why this one looked very attractive is the risk to reward is like 7-1 for this guy. So if you want to go to the chart, I'm probably depending, unless the market tanks at the open, I'm most likely going to take this, and then I won't be risking 1% of my account on this one, just to be clear. Much smaller. I might risk like $100 to make like $400. But yeah, if it loses this 100 SMA, I'm out. So
gotcha.
Huge drop.
I think the futures are actually positive right now, so could be good tomorrow.
Could be. And then you want to go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
These are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll show you the charts on these. They're just I don't want to recommend these, but you can make solid money if you're good at scalping. So we'll just go down the line here.
Leave that for a humble trader.
All right. So this is eyes. That's why I didn't recommend the stock, but I will say this was an unexpected move after it's called going parabolic. It went up from $2 to $20. Usually you would think it'd go all the way back down. That's usually what happens with these, but it is not. It actually had a very solid move. So once again, I'm not risking a lot on this one. Ebon, not even sure what they do. Same thing. Massive volume. 126 million. Right? That's ridiculous. So I am going to see if this is a continuation, and if they go, I am taking this bad boy. Roller coaster. TLRY, if they can break out of this little rut here, this kind of under the $30 range, this could be very interesting. I actually did a swing on this last week and made $500 and got out. Okay, so this is another one like Ebon. Really weird. It not as much as Ebon for volume, but I thought this whole kind of GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry thing was dead, and then we had another one of these. So it's still got a decent short float. What's the short float on it? Yeah, that's only 8% actually. It's kind of surprising, but we will see what happens with that guy. And then AMC. I'm not even going to do GameStop because that's just too ridiculous. So this was very surprising to me because AMC was, one of these like GameStop where it just tanked, and it's actually trending the right direction. So I want to watch the price action when it gets to, about 11.50, and I may take it. We'll see.
Yeah. It's, all these stories have some element of truth to them. I mean, they're now more optimistic about the possibility of AMC continuing to operate once, coronavirus like sanctions, restrictions are lifted. So, but
yeah, and this is where it
was. That price.
Well, I mean, before Corona, it was $8.
Yeah,
so it's chilling right here. This is Corona. This is a weekly chart. That's why it doesn't look like that, but.
We've seen how much the world has changed since then, though. So
yeah. All right, next slide. So we do full transparency here. The Neo PLTR the first time and Holic, what is it? Hologic. Those did not work. CLSK worked great. NUS is actually still at a really solid buy point. I'll show that one at the end. OSTK, SQ, X is absurd. I bought 2 options on that guy because it didn't hit my buy point, but I still want to be on it. So when I do that, I buy options because then I'm only risking like $100, and I made 500. So C, though it kept going up, City, from what I recommended last time, it never gave an awesome entry because it just kind of kept going up. I was waiting for a little bit of a dip. AMD, MU, NVIDIA, those are already at 2R for me on ongoing. REI, I recommended. I personally am at like 10R, but because my cost average is like $2, but I recommend it at 250. It's at $3 now. And Fubo. Fubo's looking really solid. I just didn't want to recommend it again. So, but our success rate is. I'm pretty impressed with myself. So.
Nice. Don't dislocate your elbow there, Dylan.
so much for family fun show.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, I meant patting yourself on the back. I don't know what you meant, but yeah, no, your hit rate's pretty good actually. I mean, now that you're getting a little bit more consistent about what your R size is, so that's
yeah. What the bummer here is if you watch our video, plug actually did not meet criteria, but I still took it, but it did not meet the criteria. I lost, I don't know, like 20R on that one because I broke all the rules. So these are just catching me up.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, get back out level.
And that is it.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
All right. Well,
I need to start doing less. I should just do like 3 stocks a week.
I mean, whatever is on your personal trading radar, like that. I think that's the basic idea. It's whatever you're actually interested in putting your money in, you know. But
yeah. All right.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys again in the next one.
All right. Have a good one.